Welcome back to Self Care in the City, everyone. Today, we're traveling beyond the UK to Copenhagen, Denmark, to meet someone who I think sits well outside what many of us think of as traditional well being. Bianca Broberg is a healer. She's a clairvoyant. She's a shamanic practitioner who helps people work through their emotional healing, spiritual connection, trauma. Her own life story, I think, is one of extraordinary resilience. And today she's bringing her story to us here in the UK. So, whether you're deeply spiritual or just simply curious or someone who likes to question everything, I think the conversation is going to be a fascinating invitation to explore another way people are finding healing. Bianca, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I've been so excited to came on and also very excited to speak English.
This is going to be
Normally I do the Danish podcast, so yeah.
That's okay. I'll try and go as slow or as fast as you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
We're so excited that you're on today. And I'm really, because you and I, we met just, gosh, I want to say it was last year, but I think it was the year before now. It's been almost a year and a half, over a year and a half that we've become friends.
I think it was in 24.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
It was 2024 when we met. And I was just on a little mini holiday to Copenhagen. But I, being me, wanting to do my wellness, I found Bianca there. And that's where we met. She was just doing some amazing work. And yeah, we just kind of bonded over a whole afternoon.
It was sorry, but I think it was very, very interesting about the way you found me. When we were talking about the energies and spiritual stuff, because actually you found me through another place.
Yep.
Where you saw my face or my picture on the website of another company, actually, where I do some event there with them in the House of Salt. And then you were writing me, I think it was an email or Instagram or something. I was a little bit suspicious. I was I was like, who is from England who want to come to me? At first, and then I was like, oh, that's actually very excited, because I never had like client from coming out of the blue. If I have clients, it's like they have a friend who know me, or
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
It's very funny the way our energy met. Yeah.
I think you're right. Actually, I just saw what you were doing, the work that you were doing, and because when I contacted the House of Salt and they weren't having your sessions anymore, I'm like, right, I need to email her. I want to find her. And I did. And here we are 2 years later. We had that amazing, amazing time that we spent together. And it was only supposed to be the session, but it turned into like 4 or 5 hours later.
Went on a cafe to do the matcha, and so good.
Went out for breakfast. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
like destiny,
It was. And I'm so excited that you're here so that more people can hear about what you do and how beautiful a person that you are. So thank you so much for being here. So I guess I want to start by really finding out a little bit more about you and what you do, I guess, and for everyone else listening, because for someone hearing the word shamanic practitioner for the very first time, what does it actually mean? What does it mean to you, I guess?
I think that it's, I do the combi work. So it's, I'm a little bit of a multi-person. I have Reiki healing, I have my clairvoyance, I have my my energy channel, and so I did this shamanic rituals. So this is like a combi of everything, but I think in the end it's like all the same. It's all energy. But the way the shamanic healing, the shamanic rituals are, it's like we always work with nature. With spirit animals.
What do you
You
mean?
know,
What does it mean? Spiritual animals.
yeah, but it's like when we do a ceremony, actually, you can you can lead people into this trance. I guide them in a meditation trance, or I do I have my the drumming. I did the drumming on you is like a
Yes.
very big part, is also a very big part of the shamanic healing. Is like you have feathers, like feathers you do.
Yep.
We do the sage, we do the water. We use elements
Ah,
from the nature, but also we like connect with the spirit animals. Spirit animals is just like when I lead into meditation, I will ask people to see which animal is coming to your mind now.
yeah.
And then people maybe will say, oh, I saw a fly, or I saw a giraffe, or I saw a gorilla. It's like it could be so many stuff, but it's also this animal came to you in spirit, because animal has this strength, and they have these personalities.
Oh,
And you look at this beautiful animal to say, it's like, okay, is the spider example? So it's like the spider is good to doing the web. It's so amazing if you see a spider web.
yeah.
It's like really patient and doing this beautiful web. It could also be an indication for you, if you saw it, that it's time for you to start sewing your web, your own life web.
Ah,
What do you need to get out of the web?
so
What do you want to manifest?
love it. So it's just really about the person and what that animal really embodies about themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
every animal represents something. It's
Yeah.
like, the lion is like roaring and showing off, and so also it has this very big lion heart, or it have
Mm.
this protective thing, so it's like going afterwards, you go in, and then you can read about the animal, but it's like then you use the animal, it's with you in the spirit.
Okay. Okay. So then,
So that's one thing, but that was not like things I normally do in a one-to-one. It's more like when I have the ceremonies, it's always a part of doing a drumming journey, or
right.
sometimes I say, okay, when we do the body embodiment, it's like dancing. I can say, which animal comes to you now? And the animal could be like a kangaroo or something. And now you're gonna dance like your spirit animal. And people are laughing a little bit, but it's like then they're gonna dance like that. So, and make noises and sounds, and
Oh,
yeah. But it's
okay. Okay. So
very
that's what. So when someone hears shamanic practitioner, they'll understand that what you do can be either a one-to-one, but it also can be ceremonial,
yeah.
and looking at those spirit animals, I gather, and just kind of understanding themselves through whatever comes forward with that particular animal. That kind of what
Yeah,
you'd say.
also it's like we do a lot of first you're gonna look into the trauma, the wound you have. And when you see the wound and you feel the wound, it's like really, it could be very hard, you could be crying, you could be scared, it could be like shaking or stuff like that. And afterward you can do like some creativity. We also do that in shamanic rituals, like
Okay.
we because the mind is so it's so clever. So when we have a hard time, and then we go do some drawing, or
Yeah.
we do some creative, it's like it's gonna help you release the hard stuff.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's almost like it calms everything down and brings people back to a space where they can actually release because they just feel less intimidated in that space. I love
Yeah,
that.
and it's also like, can you if you had like a trauma from your inner child or from childhood, then the inner child, when we do the creative stuff, is gonna feel calm, because we all have our inner child.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, I ask sometimes also, what do you like to do when you were a kid? Because I was really like drawing. I also love to make earrings, or, you know, I really love to just sit with the tree sticks and stuff like that, to a swing or something. So when I feel really sad or something is coming up, I try to do some of that.
I love that. And actually, you mentioned something here about dealing with the person's trauma. And I know that your own life has
Mhm.
been shaped by significant trauma.
Yeah.
How did your greatest pain become the thing that eventually led you to your purpose?
I think it sounds, when I sit here now, like 40 years old, I feel like I had so much emotional pain in my life,
Mm,
like from child
mhm.
to up in the years. It's like I can maybe say like of course I still deal with stuff because I've been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel for the first time now, I feel more free. And of course, when I got my company 7 years ago, it was like stepping into the unknown.
Mm,
And every time when you have a lot of wounds or a lot of trauma, you get really scared of life, of people, who you're gonna trust, who can hold you, who cannot hold you. And it's something about we cannot think. I always was a big dreamer when I was from a childhood, and I wrote a lot of diary.
yeah.
It's like I wrote everything down, and I see them things manifesting over time. But I think in some way, I feel like I was actually born to do this. So
Mm,
it's like my greatest gift was actually this horrible life. Sounds weird, but it's like all when I'm here now and I look back, I wouldn't be that person to help people. I wouldn't be that. I wouldn't have that wisdom to actually see people's traumas,
yeah.
can hold safe space for them if I haven't been through it.
And what was it that you went through?
Yeah, I came. My family is dysfunctional. It's like alcoholic mom, and a lot of people in my family drinks, and it's also some, it's emotional lockdown. It's like we don't really, we are not being vulnerable. It's like very much addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So also there was a lot of depression. There was a lot of I remember my grandpa, he had this schizophrenia diagnosis.
Wow.
And it was normal for me that people were like that. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything else.
Yes.
So in a way, I just, managed to be in that energy. And of course, I went through some stuff myself when I get a teenager. I did drugs. I was smoking weed. I was like having really bad relationships with boys, but also with friends. And it was like it was not a good road for me.
Yeah.
And and it was like, yeah, if you have this I called it also like it there was a lot of violence. There was like also, it's called is it called physical abuse?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like with words and energies. And there was not of course there was also good times, but it was like growing up with this I'm not really feeling myself and who I am,
Yeah.
but always feeling a kind of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was a child, I think I was so good. to push it away. I was always the clown. I was funny, you know, and I was feisty and I was naughty. So it was like I was breaking stuff, but also it's a reaction of something, resentment or anger,
Okay.
because being letting down so much as a kid. Actually, I can't really remember being a kid.
Oh, interesting.
I remember actually more being like a adult, you know, taking care of my mom, you know, being so grown up in my mindset, you know, I want to comfort her, and my grandfather who has this diagnosis, it was very confusing.
Oh my
And
goodness.
there was also some of this, you know, like sexual abusing, and there was so many weird stuff.
So, what was that turning point for you?
My turning point, the first of the little journey when I started in it, it's been a long turning point, but it's like when I got pregnant when I was 19 years old. And I was giving birth to my own daughter. It was like something I always, in my mindset behind my old life, even though I was selling drugs and was criminal and all of that, it was always something in my behind me in my soul that knew was not the right way for me to live.
Yeah.
And I have always been a healer, you know, even if I was in the other relationship, I was always being healing people. I was always good to talk with people or see people's traumas and stuff like that. So I think it's like it was a part of me when I was little. When I came to this earth, I can maybe say that.
Yeah.
But the turning point was a lot of darkness. It was like you can just roll on one thing in a long time, you know, doing drugs or have this destructive behavior, addictions and stuff like that. And it will always crash in some way.
Wow.
You're not going through a whole life in that negative spiral. It will give you like fights back. So, hey, listen up, what is happening? And the way I really got to open my eyes was when I have my daughter, because from I was a kid to I gave birth to her, it was just like I got really depressed. I
Oh,
had anxiety. I was so worried and I was going crazy,
wow.
actually. And at that time, she's 28 today. So at that time, it was like nobody was really talking about anxiety because it was not trendy or it was not up, or so I felt really lonely with
Mm,
this feeling. So I was maybe calling my friends at night. It was like, oh, I feel really scared.
yeah.
And my friend was like, oh my God, Bianca, you woke me up. I need to go to sleep. I need to work tomorrow or something. And I was like, oh, and then I was trying to reach out, but got like pushed away. So it's
Yeah.
like it became a very big shadow in me
Right.
dealing with this. And it was so irrational. And it was, you know, I got a baby girl, so I also got very worried about somebody wants to put hands on her. It was a memory in me who came up.
Right.
So I
Right.
was projecting it to her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was I was also very anxiety. I had a lot of anxiety about getting raped. I have a lot of anxiety about somebody wants to kill me.
And so all of those things in your mind going on, and you finally realize that you need to either seek help for yourself, I gather, or that you go somewhere to find help. Is that what happened?
Actually, I was going to some normal psychology and stuff like that. You know, in Denmark we have a really good system for that. So it's like we were putting around to talk with the doctor or stuff like that. And I went to a lot of group therapy, but it never helped me.
Oh,
It was,
right.
yeah, I was just stuck in my trauma. I was stuck in my pain.
Okay.
It was the same thing. Maybe I have times where it's, oh, I feel okay, I can do a little more, and then setbacks. And then I remember when I think actually I was 21, in some way, I always loved like herbs and, healthy drinks and vitamins and stuff like that. So I went to this little shop in Copenhagen, and there was this lady, and she was very like hippie-ish, and I was very pop girl from Amager. So and she was like, "Hey, I think you can come and get some healing from me." And I was like, "Healing? What is that?" In a way, I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." And I went out, and the first time it was so weird, but also very nice.
What do
So
you mean it was so weird and so
it was
nice?
like she was healing my. It's the root chakra is in the private area, so
Okay.
she was healing a lot of that. And I think that was, I couldn't. Why is she doing that? But I could feel some energy there and stuff like that, and it makes sense because the root, from the hips to the feet, is like your your grounding, it's your fundament. It's just like the
Yes.
tree, right? It's our childhood, it's our stability, our economy, and everything like that. So but in a way it was weird, but also it felt good. I wasn't so aware back then,
Yes.
and then I actually started to go to healing and go to a clairvoyant and go to stuff like that. And then they were telling me stuff, and I always knew that because when I touch people or I give them a hug or when they talk to me, they're always like, "Oh, I feel so good now.
Mm.
I feel better. I feel happy." And so they were also helping me to like see my own gifts in a way.
Wow. Beautiful.
And
Beautiful. So I gather then that all of this kind of put together just changed your life, and this is kind of what led you. I, how did you find shamanic practice then?
actually it was first I think it was like in 2020, because I did the Reiki. I worked a lot with the angels, I worked a lot with energies and with the tarot card and the oracle cards and stuff like that. But I'm actually a quarter from Greenland. So my grandma was from Greenland, and I have this natural roots inside of me. It's like I loved when the Greenland people, they dance and do the thumbs out and they drum, and I have this wild side inside of me. And I came in touch with this lady in Copenhagen, and it was very distant also, and she was like, "I think you should come to my course." And I was like, "Oh yeah." I wasn't thinking about it, but then I was like, yes. And then I learned a lot of shamanic practitioner rituals at her place,
Oh,
and then it felt so right, because it's sometimes we can be spiritual in so many ways, and I'm like, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's just like you can be anybody, you can work as anybody. Our spirituality is just like what feels good for you.
oh, I love that. I love that. So then now with what you do, what surprises people most, I guess, when they experience your work, maybe for the first time?
I think I have this long story, so it's also hard to talk about in a podcast because it could take hours. But the main thing is that I got a lot of traumas, a lot of wounds, but
Mm,
people, when they meet me, they don't know. They cannot feel it on me. They're like, "You're so positive and you're so
mm,
open." And I think when they get to the session with me, I
yeah,
think they get a little bit surprised
yeah.
about what what we can do together.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know from
Remember, it's like
our own session, just hearing your story and then us just having this conversation that we had. It was so beautiful, but it was so deep. And it
yeah.
really got us to really know each other in a way that most people probably would have just gone to a session with their practitioner and then left. But we really had an amazing, amazing conversation about the depth of what you'd gone through, what people go through. That was just so unlike, and it was a surprise. It was unlike anything that you typically experience. Yes.
Yeah, and also it's like I really like to have this like natural, I never plan what's coming when you guys are coming to me. It's like I of course get some signs, I can get some stuff in, but it's really, there's no, you called it one size fits all. It's not
Yes.
like that. It's like people come and then the guides and the energy just know what they need that day. So because people like myself, is like people can come and
Mm.
then maybe they have like a big wound, but it's not really ready to be healed yet. Because the most important thing that I learned on my journey,
Mm.
that you need to be safe before you can let yourself heal.
Ah, yes.
So if you came to if you will came to you come to a session and I just push and you're like, oh, your nervous system is gonna be I need to, like, you need to know me, you need to feel the energy in the room, the guides and stuff that happens. And of course there can always be like a healing, like with you, when people open up, that it's like, oh, I didn't know this was happening, or but that's good. But it's like you feel you can go as deep as you're ready to. And
Yes.
I don't work so much with only one session. I really like to have people, like in 3 4 times, because it's like
You're building that
little,
rapport, you're building that relationship, and then they trust, right? You're building trust as well.
and
So that,
then we can go deeper every time, and it's like different.
yeah,
So I think that and also of course I have different levels of sessions. Is it's also like this, the beauty, as you get to try too. I do the combination of
yes, remember.
uh, trauma therapy and a facial, because I did the facials for, I think next year I have 25 years, what's it called, jubileum.
Experience, maybe?
Yeah, I have this, and it was actually the one that saved me a little bit, because I didn't get any education when I was younger. So when I think it was about 23, I started
Mhm.
this beauty school, and it was a big part of my journey,
Wow.
because
I
when I
love
do people faces, there's coming healing too, and I feel the energy. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you did the facial, you'd gone to school, you became one of the top facialists in Denmark. Or I don't know if it was Copenhagen or Denmark.
Yeah, it was in Denmark. It was in 21. I went to this, we have this beauty award, Danish beauty award. And I went I didn't win, but I was in the top 8 that year.
That's
So,
amazing. I mean, not only do you do shamanic practices, but you also, and being a healer, you also heal through the skin. You
yay.
help people through the skin. I think
I,
that's beautiful.
like I always said, it's like I just love doing mind, body, and soul. It's like
Oh, I love
do,
it.
I want to do the 3 things
Yeah,
to reconnect you, because your skin has also so much sensors for the nervous system. And actually the reason why I got to get, it's called a skin therapist,
yeah.
is because I had so much acne. And
Oh,
I also work with symptoms. If you have acne, you have a lot of resentment inside.
oh,
Actually healed my acne. I never went on medication. I tried once, I think I was 27, and I got really bad and was off them. But I wanted to heal with food. with vitamins, with herbs, and with feelings, because it all, I think, it all starts with the feeling.
Yeah, it does.
So why did I have all this anger, acne who's coming out is like really
Yeah.
yellow and, ugly? It was my feelings. I was so angry inside.
Our body talks. Our body absolutely talks to us, and it tries to tell us what's going on. Sometimes we hear it, sometimes we don't. But yeah, the pain that you feel, the pain that's inside, it's come from something else in our life, and it comes out through the body sometimes. So healing it that way, through the skin, through whatever way means
Or,
possible,
yeah.
herbs, whatever. I absolutely agree. So one of my last questions I do have for you: what do you hope people in the UK experience when they eventually come to one of your events? Because I know you're going to be coming over to the UK at some point, and we'd love, love, love to be coming to something that's a Bianca Broberg event.
Yeah. I was thinking about actually just, you live your life every day and you just do what you do. It's normal for me now to just do what I do. But I was thinking about that we all, I'm only human too. I'm also on a journey and I do it all the time. But it's like I can see when I look around, I really hope that to bring people back to their roots. So there's so much technology today. People are doom scrolling. I get into traps myself sometime, and I need to put the phone out and say it's not in the bedroom no more. Or I go to nature and everything like that. But I really want to just learn people. It's not that difficult. It's just to sit with yourself, take deep breath, and feel how am I at this moment.
Yeah.
So it's so small stuff, but it's so hard for people to do. So I really want to just learn them to reconnect with the nature, with themselves, with the roots.
Oh, that's interesting. That'd be quite an experience for people. I think that just being that mindful and learning how to be more mindful is, like you said, very difficult, but so, so, so important. I mean, Bianca, thank you so much for sharing your story and your perspective. I mean, listen, listeners, whether this conversation challenged something you believe or confirmed something that you've always felt or simply just made you curious, I hope it reminded you that there are many different paths people take towards healing. And if you'd like to learn more about Bianca, you'll find her details where? Bianca, where can we find you?
I think the best place to find me is on Instagram. It's the Blessed by Broberg Instagram, and then you can go to the website from that. But Instagram is like worldwide, so that's the best place to go to.
Lovely.
And and thank you. You can see what I'm doing, and I hope if some of you guys come to Denmark before, just contact me. We can have a chat. And
highly recommend everyone. If you contact Blessed by Broberg, that's Broberg, Broberg, on Instagram, then you'll definitely find her and you'll find out what she's doing. A lot of it might be in Danish, but as you can see, she speaks English. So you can contact her directly. So if you've enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe, everyone. Leave a review and share this episode with someone who's always open to seeing the world from a different perspective. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye for now. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.